Roboteers, stand by.
The ISIS team members in your picture there, Johnathon Pearce and Tracie.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Scarab, named after an ancient Egyptian beetle. Looks more like a birthday cake on wheels. But beyond Sergeant Bash's flamethrower, very slowly, very securely, very powerful actually, with the two wheelchair motors. And that big weapon on top, a steel bar. As dead metal goes to close. Tracie looks more like Chris Crosspatch there.
We're Team ISIS from Oxford. This is our robot Scarab. It's driven by two wheelchair motors, and the main feature of it is this hammer, which is sprung-loaded. And we rewind it using a car starter motor.
Well, they may well be slow, but they've already beaten the 2.75 metres. They've done enough to qualify, and I think they've gone all the way. They have.
You made it. That's a very plodding robot you've got there.
It's got a bit of power in it, but...
bit of power, but not much speed.
That's about as fast as we can get it to go, I'm afraid.
What's it like when you're being attacked by those things?
I wasn't really paying much attention to them, actually. Just trying to force my way through.
Right, deduct points for smugness. Well done, though. That was a good, steady performance.
Johnathon and Chris have done enough with the Scarab team in second place, and they're safely through.
Roboteers, stand by.
Prince of Darkness, driven by 16-year-old John Scott, the team all teenagers at the Greenshaw School in Sutton.
This is the Prince of Darkness. We built this in under 5 hours. It's powered by two powerful motors who will actually pull a motor car.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Those two motors come from Domestic Power Tools. It looks like one of those old sort of go-karts you made, though, when you're about 7. 2 boxes and 2 old rubber wheels at the back. The flame torch will destroy them, or the steam jets. No! The Prince of Darkness is going all the way! Look at that! Oh, until Matilda came across, but did it cross the line first? They think so, but the judges say no! They've got to do it all again! It wasn't all the way over the line, and Matilda trades it against the spikes! Now, Matilda can't manoeuvre! They can get away this time! Can they cross the line once and for all? Yes, they can!
That is the worst robot I've ever seen in my life, and it crossed the line twice.
That thing can pull a car.
And what would have happened if Sergeant Bash had attacked it with his flamethrower?
It probably would have been a bit light, but it would have been more spectacular for the audience.
Well, that's very, very thoughtful of you to bring such a miserable little robot along. And amazingly, that's made it.
The Prince is through, the King has gone. Heartbreak Hotel for Elvis, out.
The King is dead.
Obviously, I've damaged my paintwork there.
It was so beautiful as well, wasn't it?
Best part of it, though, wasn't it? Spent hours doing that.
Look at those blackened by the house robots. You can't afford to be arrogant with them, you see.
They're going to die. They're going to die. They're going down. A bigger spike and more power.
Snooker. Let's be honest, not the most exciting sport ever to grace our television screens. Robot snooker, on the other hand, is right up there with nude powerboat racing. Here's how it works. Basically, each of our 5 remaining robots has been allocated a pocket. Now, when the action begins, they're going to leap out and spend the duration of the game trying to fill it up again with as many of these balls as they possibly can. Now, obviously, it's going to be mayhem out here. There'll be balls going everywhere. It'll be own goal city, but we're not bothered. Because when time's up, the roboteer with the least amount of balls in their pocket will be taken outside, tied to a post, and just left there, really.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate.
Well, the Blob is very quickly out and breaks and is aggressive. And let me point out straight from the start, if more than one robot fails to score, then the least active of those robots will go out. You've got to be active, you've got to be aggressive. And I wonder what's happened to Tracie, impaired on that side fence, it would seem. There's a long pot attempted by the Prince of Darkness, who very interestingly has that bucket on the front now to help it, with a short little pot in there. That's the first ball potted home and slotted home, and the Scarab equalises. Now, they told me they're going to sit on their pocket and protect it tactically. Tracie's still stuck on the fence there to the left-hand side. And look at the Prince of Darkness, another long pot attempted there. Comes home just to edge it in. That's 3 balls. The Blob tries to get one back. Go on. Go on. Oh, so close. The Blob's still working hard. You see, Tracie can't, impaired there. And I think that the mouse seems to have broken down. The Prince of Darkness, though, ready to rack and stack them in. In goes the 4th ball off the bottom of your picture there. A 5th one goes in. The Prince of Darkness is romping it. And there's a 6th for the Prince of Darkness.
Cease.
He's through, so too the Scarab. Now, who was the least active of the rest with no balls? Oh, no, I'm being told that the mouse has irreparably broken down, and he's out. The mouse has gone. Chewed up by the kitty cats.
Right, that's an impressive score. Mind you weren't really up against much, were you?
No, I was quite glad, actually, the competition broke down, because I thought it was going to be quite badly beaten up.
Yeah, what happened to yours, then?
She's just a bitch, to be quite honest.
Saying, call it Sharon. I want to see a respray for the next round. Sharon, right? And you're out.
I'm out.
Best looking one here.
Well, some say.
So on that, we'll move on to the next round, I guess.
Oh, hard cheese. It was a bit of a tight squeak, but I'm afraid the mouse has gone out.
Yeah.
Took to them how they run. We need to 66. Yeah.
It's time for the semi-finals, where the real fighting begins. Now, in case our roboteers don't get stuck in properly, the 4 house robots are on hand to garnish proceedings with a little chili sauce. And if, at the end of the bout, the 2 robots are still running, we shall turn to our panel of adjudicators for a decision. Now, they're going to be marking you, roboteers, for style, control, violence, and aggression. I, on the other hand, am only interested in violence. So get out there and do some.
Roboteers, stand by.
Phil Patching and the heavyweight Blob team, that weighs 68 kilograms.
3,
Oh, and there, Peter Kuyber,
2,
the engineer, joining the Scarab
1.
team in the driver's box for the first time. Head to head, heavy metal thunder, like Dodgem cars out there. And here comes the torch. What on earth is Sergeant Bash doing so far out of his control area? Oh, look at that hammer blow. Missed. Thank goodness for the Blob team, but the Scarab team in there look determined, and this time it's oh no, whoa, the big heave-ho! Out onto those side bars, so difficult to escape from, especially with the sergeant coming in. Ah! You could be right, you could be stone dead. Oh, rust in peace, the Blob.
Your robot, right, is the slowest here.
Probably, yes.
It is also the least powerful.
Oh, I don't know about that.
It looks like cheese on toast and its hammer doesn't work and you still got through.
It's amazing, isn't it? Yeah.
Amazing is one way of looking at it. Still, we'll see you in the next round.
What do you call this?
Prince of Darkness. You said it was an amateur job, so now we made it professional.
It's a bit tacky still. It looks fantastic. Well done, guys.
Thanks very much.
I'm a bit disappointed, though, because we quite like that amateurish go-kart you made yourself in the garage feel to it, but that's how we'll always think of it.
Roboteers, stand by.
So it's a 7-year-old go-kart with wet paint.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
But it is the crowd favourites. It's David against heavyweight Goliath in the shape of Tracie. With those sharp prongs that could maim and damage and destroy. And don't forget, Tracie could be flipped up and over and still survive. I'm not too sure whether the Team Scimitar Prince of Darkness boys can do just that. Oh, look at that! Already a puncture! In comes the spike, like a dagger to the heart of the Prince of Darkness boys. Prince of Darkness and Tracie dancing together. Sounds like some awful disco scene. In comes another dagger, another puncture. And surely that will immobilize Prince of Darkness. It's held now. Pinned in by those sharp prongs. There's the puncture tyre. Very, very close towards the grid at the top of your picture. They wouldn't get out from there. I don't think they're going to escape anyway. Almost up and almost over. The Tracie boys pinning back the Prince of Darkness. In comes the Sergeant and Dead Metal and Matilda. They sense the kill. It's almost all over, in like vultures. Oh dear, unfair play surely. 3 wheels on my wagon and I got nowhere to go.
Tracie, well done, come on! Thank you for removing the most miserable robot from the equation.
We did it for you.
Now look, you were very rude about that earlier. Called it rude names. What do you think now?
She's gorgeous.
She is gorgeous. See you in the next round.